to nurture the art of ocean sailing. Similarly, young male aspirants joining the Navy as sailors are put through their paces at INS Chilka on the east coast of India. It is here that these young men are trained to face the challenges at sea. For the 5,200 Naval and Coast Guard trainees who enroll annually, academic studies in basic sciences, military grooming, hectic physical activity, and watermanship training, and much else are all included in a day's work, aimed to transform the raw recruit into a sea warrior. On leaving portals of Chilka, these young men proceed to fleet ships for practical training, prior professional training at various training establishments. On gaining work experience on board ships, executive officers and men of Seaman branch undergo further training in warfare-related disciplines, maintenance and support functions as per branches allocated to them. The effort here is to provide a good mix of theoretical and practical training, and extensive use is made of simulators, emulators, cut section models, computer-based training packages, and working equipment. In pursuit of this training strategy, the art of basic navigation, advanced fleet tactics, and aircraft control are taught to officers and sailors at Navigation Direction School through use of ship handling and aircraft direction simulators. Similarly, the Signal School at Kochi provides training in communications, information and electronic warfare, net-centric operations through replication of actual equipment installed on board the warships. In Anti-Submarine Warfare School, personnel are trained to hunt and neutralize the silent threat and understand the complex principles of undersea warfare. Hit first, hit hard, and keep on hitting. Fearless, confident, perseverant naval gunner. Young trainees learn to fire small arms, guns and missiles at INS Dronacharya and train in engaging enemy targets at sea and in the air using sophisticated weapon systems. Warships are required to sustain at sea for long periods and therefore conduct operations at close quarters, which require correct observance of seamanship practices. Seamanship training therefore forms an important part of the trainees' curriculum. Warships are designed to go in harm's way, and men of war at sea need to be adept to control damage and continue to fight in adverse situations. Real-life scenarios are replicated in simulator training sessions, equipping trainees to master vital firefighting and damage control techniques. Live practice sessions on survival techniques at sea are also conducted regularly. Efforts are also made to remain updated through training for meeting the operational requirements posed by the dynamic security challenges in the maritime domain. In order to counter the menace of piracy in the Arabian Sea and the rise of terror threat from the seas, the Indian Navy now also trains personnel in asymmetric warfare, counter-piracy operations and maritime interdiction operations. While training units impart professional training in individual specializations, warships are worked up by Flag Officer Sea Training to ensure high level of combat readiness. This is a whole ship training program, and a team of highly specialized experts undertake thorough assessment of war fighting capabilities of ships. The flexibility, lethality, reach and versatility of air power makes it central element of naval warfare. Naval pilots on acquiring basic flying skills with the Air Force continue with their special training to master flying advanced light helicopter, Sea King, Dornier and Chetak. Flight simulators are effectively utilized to acquire flying skills. Air navigators are trained to handle onboard instruments, weapon systems and learn to execute air tactics with precision. Aircraft handling and aircraft firefighting forms an important component of air operations. Trainees learn how to handle aircraft and safety equipment in controlled conditions. The sophisticated water survival training facility is a unique aid where aircrew are trained in survival techniques in water. While integral air assets provide reach to the Navy, submarines deny the use of waters of our interest to an adversary. Submarines are the silent underwater sentinels and are a potent arm of any navy. The submarine is an extremely complex platform to operate and clearly calls for the highest standards of professionalism and training. INS Satvana at Vishakhapatnam follows a detailed multi-level training pattern to impart training on submarine operations and escape training. A vast array of working models, cut section, tabletop models and simulators are used to sharpen the practical skills of submariners. Naval Special Forces and the Naval Clearance Divers are potent force multipliers, capable of operating from sea, air or land. Supremely fit and highly trained, they undergo specialized training in weapon firing, explosive ordnance disposal, sniping, unarmed combat, urban combat and various ingress and egress techniques. Maintenance of complex platforms and weapon systems is key to the Navy's sustenance at sea, and this needs an elaborate and dedicated maintenance infrastructure augmented by highly skilled workforce. On this front, the Navy has created world-class technical facilities wherein personnel joining the technical branches undergo training using live equipment and advanced training aids. Officers and men of electrical branch are imparted high-quality training in maintaining communication, radar, sonar, and complex weapon systems. Simulators and IT-enabled training infrastructure provide hands-on experience to maintain the sophisticated weapon systems and sensors fitted on-board warships. Engineers of Indian Navy are provided with professional training on ships' propulsion systems, power generation and other important marine engineering systems. Maintenance of aircraft requires a very high degree of professional competence and skill. Naval Institute of Aeronautical Technology at Kochi is equipped with modern training facilities to train naval air technical personnel. Logistics is the key enabler for naval operations at sea. Officers and men of the logistics cadre are trained at INS Hamla at Mumbai in a variety of support disciplines ranging from the culinary arts to the effective management of complex naval inventory. Strategy and operational art are critical to winning wars at sea. Mid-level officers of the Indian Navy are exposed to defense, security and strategic studies. Building on the foundation laid in Staff Course, the Naval War College at Goa conducts courses in higher defense management, strategy and other military subjects to enable planning and successful execution of military campaigns. Opportunities provided to officers keen on pursuing research in defense subjects. The Indian Navy is a technology-intensive force, and there are a vast number of disciplines and competencies required to operate and support this potent force. Training is therefore achieved through a myriad of long and short courses and capsules spread over all disciplines and conducted in the various training establishments of the Navy.